Hi, this is Prameet. I was already the part of the first panel of the day. I represent the Breathe. We are one of the largest district cooling utility developers and chill water providers globally. Together with our parent NG, which is a French utility company, we own and operate around 330 district energy plants globally.
Shapir has been developing many district cooling projects. So what advice would you give to, in general, when you develop district cooling projects?
So some of the learnings that has been captured from the Middle East when we approached India is to always, so one of the problems in Middle East has been building over capacity. So in India being the frugal market it is one of the most sophisticated we found with all our learnings of the Middle East and Europe. We found even for standalone systems, people here design the most sophisticated systems possible. So for a utility player coming in and aggregating loads at a central location, so we have to be very uh, sure of what loads are we putting. Networks, again, there are some bit of pre-investment in the networks, and uh, timelines are uncertain, unlike in European markets and unlike in the other parts of the world where district cooling has been adopted and has been pushed through regulation. So the developer is more or less sure of where the timeline, how the timeline is going to look like, of connections, of how, and that all that plays out on all how you, what end benefit you can pass on to the user, and this makes the economic case out of it. So in India, the timelines are uncertain. So as modular as possible, we are trying to approach the market, which a very modular approach, and so just like and take as many innovations as possible. So one of the cases which I'm sure we will see in the presentation of Gift City is thermal energy storage tanks. So if you are not sure of modular capacity, this is one learning we bring from Dubai. In Dubai, the government mandates if you have a central cooling plant more than 10,000 ton, 25% of it should be TES, period. No other way out, you have to build a TES. Other than the many benefits, peak demand shaving off, efficiency benefits, of peak tariffs utilization and all. This gives a lot of flexibility and drives an economic case where like in financing models for such projects, large scale aggregated projects, a single developer is taking the entire financial risk. This can be either a make or break kind of a situation where TES gives you flexibility without investing upfront into your plant, into your hard assets.
Right. And when you approach developers or uh, try to develop district cooling projects in India, so is how much do you also promote thermal energy storage, or is that included?
Definitely. One of our core learnings has been India's space is precious. So we seem to be a very vast country. We seem to develop so much. We carpet bomb everywhere, but wherever we build, space is precious. A developer will want to extract the last amount of FSI or developable potential available, and will not want to make available a separate plot for a district utility or a central utility plot. In cases where we are approaching, so we are approaching projects where large basements, interconnected basements, where there are 3 or 4 or 5 million square feet of space being developed. We are aggregating everything in large basements, like combining 2 or 3 basements, where we still don't have possibility to integrate thermal energy storage tanks, the water part, but we can still look at brine solutions or ice storage solutions. Again, innovative solutions which bring down, which serve the same purpose, take a hit on the COP, not as high COP as a water system can deliver. But yeah, so we do push for such things, and we are trying to illustrate benefits of a storage solution to developers, but space is again a drawback of this storage solutions because they need a clear height space, at least 10 to 12 meters with which, a storage area large enough, say 300 or 400 square meters separately, where in a 1000 square meter area your entire chiller plant can fit in, but a single 3000 RT, 12,000 TRH tank will take 400 square meters on its own, which is say 25% of the entire plant. So yeah, that's one practical issue we are dealing with.
Right. Thank you.